Hello, it's Tom, and a happy Easter to you all. I hope you're having a good day and a relaxing day. This is a painting that I did over the last 2 or 3 days, and I finished it last night. And it's about Bakewell pudding. Bakewell pudding. In the centre is somebody you might recognise. She was a TV presenter and also became a cook doing cookery shows. Her name is Jennifer Paterson, and she was an old eccentric British lady who sadly no longer with us. But she did a show called Two Fat Ladies, and I remember the first time I ever saw her was in a show called One Foot in the Past, here in the UK on BBC television. And One Foot in the Past was a show which Kirsty Walk presented, and she got all sorts of interesting co-presenters to go out and talk about British history. And I remember laughing at this lady, this presenter lady, going around on a moped around Bakewell in Derbyshire Peak District, and she made this really entertaining programme. It was supposed to be serious, but she made it very funny. And one of the things I like to do when I realise that I'm perhaps in a bad place and I'm trying to look for some sense of humour, I try and recall happy times, funny times, things to laugh at and laugh with. And I thought about Jennifer Paterson. So here she is on her moped, just as she was, with her orange jacket and her moped and those big glasses. And because it's Easter time, I've put the Cadbury's Caramel Easter Bunny. I know in America they say Cadbury, and we say Cadbury. And the message that the Easter Bunny always says, which is, take it easy. In the background is my Westie Callum, and the two men in the white overalls, painter's overalls, are the Chuckle Brothers, Paul and Barry Chuckle, and they are comedians here in the UK. Again, another BBC TV series, To Me To You, Chuckle Vision, and they're always doing things with ladders and passing things. To me, to you then. To you Paul. To me Barry. Silly me, silly you. It isn't, it is. That's the Chuckle Brothers. Do you like the tulips? Tulips. I did some other tulips there. In the middle there is a big Bakewell pudding, and there's a tea leaf, a thief, being upturned by Paul and Barry's ladder with the broken window coming out of ye olde Bakewell pudding shop. And the main shop there is Bloomer's Bakery. Bloomer. Jennifer Paterson, on her quest for the original recipe of Bakewell pudding, went around different cake shops and bakeries, and she went into Bloomer's Bakery and saw Mr. and Mrs. Bloomer, and she went in saying, Bloomer, the original recipe. Jennifer Paterson was a real old eccentric, bless her. And the Bakewell pudding was actually created by mistake. It was a cook called Anne Reeves, who was at, I think it was called Haddon Hall, and she was told at last minute that her employers wanted her to make a strawberry tart for some important guests. But as Jennifer Paterson said in the One Foot in the Past series, I remember it well, she said, "The cook in a fluster got the recipe wrong. She put the jam at the bottom instead of the top, but they added an extra ingredient. The Bakewell pudding was born." It is the will. It is the will. And so the Bakewell pudding, which Jennifer Paterson says was not a tart, you mustn't call it a tart, they didn't like that. Bakewell pudding was born. And here in the UK, it is quite a beautiful thing, quite a historic piece of food history. So that's my painting, the Cadbury's Caramel Easter Bunny, which her voice in the adverts was Miriam Margolyes, or Miriam Margolyes, which if you look her up, she's the same lady who was in Harry Potter and Blackadder. So there's Paul and Barry Chuckle. To meet, to you then, to meet, to you then. And Jennifer Paterson, who I remember going to see her. She lived in Emery Hill Street in Victoria, near Vauxhall Bridge Road in central London. I remember trying to see her in the 90s, and I remember that moped, the red and white moped. What a character. So always remember, whenever you can, laugh. It doesn't matter, just find some sense of humour within. Remember, whenever you're anxious, trust the sensations, trust them, accept them, surrender to them, and then let go. Because you can let go, you know. You can let go. That anxiety does not serve you, and it will pass. It will pass. I shall talk to you soon. Hope you enjoyed the painting. Happy Easter.